Hey, homesteaders. Wow, I don't know what to say. This is kind of embarrassing, actually. Today is the 4th of July, and this is the first day that we've been able to get out here on the homestead this year. Really getting a late start. Of course, we had a lot of projects this spring. We had to build those log arches that we're going to need this summer, and we had to get the trailer fixed up in order to pass inspection to get the equipment out here. And of course, we had a lot of rain this year. This spring was really wet, and I don't know if we were able to get out here earlier, if we'd have been able to get much done in our foundation. It's so wet. But we're here now, and the meadow's really tall. There's a lot of wildflowers in it though, and those are pretty for sure. I'll give you a look at it. Well, you're probably thinking we're going to get a nice 4-day weekend out here since it's the 4th. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I have to work on Friday. And we all get... I have to work on Friday. And we should get out here this weekend, though. But it is kind of late this afternoon. We didn't even get out here till 3 o'clock. We're going to work on getting the camper opened up. Get that cleaned up and get that ready for the season. And I got a few things to do on some of the equipment, and we got to do a little bit of work on the mower so we can mow this meadow. I guess Nick needs to put a new belt on it, and also both the tractors need to have service done on them. They need an oil change, and I got to check the fluids and everything. So I'll probably be pretty busy just getting ourselves established here this weekend. Hey folks. Well, I'm about ready to get started here today. Right now it's late Friday afternoon. Decided to come out here on Friday and get dug down about 4 feet. I'm only going to go down 6 feet, and I'll explain why in a moment. But I've said in the last couple of videos that I've only got 5 more to do. That's what I keep telling everybody, just 5 more. But no, really, the reason why is I keep forgetting that we've decided to make this structure a little bit bigger. I got a certain number of columns in my head, but we've added a couple more. We decided to add one more bay on here. So this column right here was going to be the last one, but now what we're going to do is we're going to extend this out, and I'm going to put another column 12 feet beyond that one. Now you can see by looking at these columns, the columns on the right don't stick out of the ground as much as the columns here on the left. And that's because the columns are actually on the same plane, but we have a slope to the ground, and it tends to slope this way. So I plan on scraping a lot of the dirt that was up by the columns that aren't sticking out of the ground so much. I'm going to scrape some of that earth down here to these columns here that are sticking out of the ground more, and we're going to level this up. So that means I don't have to go down quite as deep, because I'm going to be adding dirt here to the top. So it's going to save me a little bit of time today as far as the digging is concerned. Now, because we're adding a couple of columns here, that means my batter boards are going to have to be adjusted, and probably not going to do that today, but I will do it when I need my strings. But it'll go a little quicker than the first time we set them up, because we've already got some of these parameters set up to go off from. Well, we got down to 5 feet. I only wanted to go 4, but I found that big rock right there, and the time I got that out and got it cleaned up, I was down 5. Not a big deal. I want to go down 6, so that means tomorrow I've only got another foot to go, and I'll have to clean up a lot of the loose stuff in there, but hopefully that'll make for an easy day on Saturday. Right now, it looks like it's going to open up and pour any minute. So, hopefully we just beat the rain on this. Hopefully we won't get too much rain and I won't find a swimming pool here tomorrow. Even if it isn't, it can be pretty miserable when it's all mud. So, I guess we're going to hope for the best. We'll see you then. Hey folks, well, we sure did get lucky. Those threatening clouds just passed over us yesterday. We didn't get any rain to speak of, just a few little drops. So our hole's pretty dry, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to get this finished, get this dug down. I got to go down 1 more foot, and then I'll level everything up for our forms. And we're going to get our footing poured today. I got my ladder here on the 4-wheeler, but I got something to show you. Last year, when I was pulling some big rocks out of our holes, one of them slipped and landed on my ladder. It's a little bent out of shape now. Not worth much, so I'm gonna have to pick up another one, but it's gonna have to do for today. Now, I mentioned that I'm only going to go down about 6 feet, and I'm down about 5 now. And look at that, that's nice and dry in there. I'm surprised. I mean, I know it didn't rain, but if you've been watching these videos, whenever I get down in here, water starts seeping in and these start filling up with groundwater. But this is nice and dry. Kind of surprising because we had such a wet spring this year. I don't know. If I go down another foot, what's going to happen? But I don't think it's going to be too bad. Well, I guess we're about ready here. We got our form boards set and oiled. Got our cement mixer and our wheelbarrow set up. I got the water tank full on the four-wheeler. I guess it's time to get the mixing. Well, there we are, folks. I'm starting to get a little bit of groundwater seeping in now, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I know that's not directly in the center of that footing. If I wanted it to be perfectly centered, I would have had to do a lot more digging, because I got a big rock right there in the way. And it just really wasn't worth the effort. I think that'll be just fine. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Now that footing looks like it's set up pretty well. Had a little bit of rain here last night, but nothing major, just a few little sprinkles for a while. And doesn't look like we got much water in there. Over here to the other side. Look at that. A little bit. Let's take a little closer look. A little bit of water. Not bad, just about an inch or so. Happy with that. That's the first time we've seen that here. I'm going to get the broom. I'm going to sweep that footing off. My mama always said a good housekeeper sweeps off her footings, so I guess we better get to it. I cut that tube off about 3 inches taller than my measurement said. Because if you remember on the last ones, they wrinkle up down the bottom and it causes the tube to shrink down a bit. So I thought I'd leave it even longer. Last time I cut it 2 inches long and I still had to add ½ an inch. So we'll see how it goes. I put that tube in upside down. I put the end that I cut down on the footing because that rain we just had kind of made the end that was down on the footing kind of soggy. So I'm going to put that up. I'm hoping that I'm going to cut most of that off. Well, everybody, I got my tube set here. I don't know if you can see it. I got the string up, and I got my rings on here. I got it set so it's 12 feet on center. I also got this other one going back to keep it side to side. I'm hoping that's going to keep it from moving around on us as we backfill this here. I don't know if you saw it, but we had a clump of dirt hit that 2x and forced that ring down. I thought now would be a good time to check this tube and make sure it's still where we want it to be. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Well folks, I cut this sonotube 3 inches tall, and now I have to cut 3 inches off. It didn't shrink up on me like the last one did. Now looking down in here, you can see that it didn't wrinkle up down at the bottom like the last one did. And I think it's because the soil was a lot drier in this spot. Well folks, that finishes up another one. 4 more to go. I'm getting happier each time I get one down. We'll see you next time.